Vietnam, even the name sounds exciting. This Southeast Asian gem is a land of rich history, vibrant culture, and breathtaking landscapes. From the bustling cities to the tranquil countryside, Vietnam offers a unique blend of experiences that captivate the heart and soul of every traveler. It's a land of opposites, where old ways meet new ideas. Ancient temples stand tall amidst modern skyscrapers, and traditional markets thrive alongside contemporary shopping malls. The juxtaposition of the old and the new creates a dynamic atmosphere that is both intriguing and inspiring. Busy cities turn into peaceful countryside. One moment, you're navigating the chaotic streets of Hanoi. The next, you're surrounded by the serene beauty of rice paddies and lush green landscapes. The contrast is striking and offers a perfect balance for any traveler. I went there to jump right in, to immerse myself in the culture, to explore the hidden gems, and to experience the everyday life of the Vietnamese people. Every corner of this country has a story to tell, and I was eager to listen, to see the real Vietnam, to feel its heart. The vibrant markets, the traditional dance performances, and the warm smiles of the locals all contribute to the rich tapestry of Vietnamese culture. It's a place where every moment feels alive with history and tradition. My trip started in Hanoi, the capital city, a city that is both ancient and modern, where the past and the present coexist in perfect harmony. The narrow streets of the Old Quarter, the French colonial architecture, and the bustling markets all add to the charm of this vibrant city. It's a city that's buzzing with energy. Day and night, Hanoi is alive with activity. From the early morning markets to the lively nightlife, there's always something happening. The energy is infectious and it draws you in, making you feel like a part of the city's pulse. Motorbikes zoom through the streets like a school of fish. The traffic in Hanoi is a sight to behold, with motorbikes weaving in and out of lanes in a seemingly chaotic yet perfectly orchestrated dance. It's a thrilling experience that adds to the city's unique charm. The air smells like delicious street food. The aroma of pho, banh mi, and other Vietnamese delicacies fills the air, tempting your taste buds at every turn. Street food vendors line the streets, offering a culinary adventure that is both affordable and unforgettable. Pho, banh mi, and strong Vietnamese coffee were waiting for me. Each dish tells a story of its own, reflecting the rich culinary heritage of Vietnam. The flavors are bold, the ingredients fresh, and the experience of eating street food in Vietnam is one that stays with you long after the trip is over. I was ready for anything. The energy was contagious, the excitement of exploring a new place, the thrill of discovering hidden gems, and the joy of meeting new people all combined to create an unforgettable adventure. People were nice and welcoming. The warmth and hospitality of the Vietnamese people made me feel at home. They were always ready to help, eager to share their culture and proud of their heritage. They were proud of their culture and happy to share it. From traditional festivals to everyday customs, the Vietnamese people take great pride in their cultural heritage. Their enthusiasm and passion for their traditions are truly inspiring. I knew right away this trip would be amazing. The beauty of the landscapes, the richness of the culture, and the warmth of the people all combined to create an experience that was nothing short of magical. Let me tell you why. Join me as I take you through the highlights of my journey, sharing the moments that made this trip to Vietnam an adventure of a lifetime. Hanoi wakes up all your senses. As the sun rises over the skyline, the city comes alive with a unique energy. The streets start to buzz with the sounds of motorbikes, the chatter of street vendors, and the aroma of fresh food being prepared. It's a sensory overload that draws you in and makes you feel alive. The Old Quarter, with its small streets and old shops, is a whirlwind of sights and sounds. The narrow lanes are filled with motorbikes zipping by, street vendors calling out their wares, and the constant hum of activity. It's a place where history and modernity collide, creating a vibrant tapestry of life. Every corner had something new. From hidden cafes to bustling markets, the Old Quarter is a treasure trove of experiences waiting to be discovered. You can find traditional crafts, modern boutiques, and everything in between. It's a place where you can lose yourself and find something unexpected around every turn. Silk shops, art stores, and food stalls, all wanting your attention. The vibrant colors of the silk, the intricate designs of the art, and the mouth-watering aromas of the food create a feast for the senses. It's a place where you can indulge in the rich culture and history of Hanoi. I started my day with a hot bowl of pho, the classic Vietnamese breakfast. The rich, savory broth, the tender slices of beef, and the fresh herbs create a perfect harmony of flavors. It's a dish that warms you from the inside out and gives you the energy to explore the city. The broth, cooked for hours with bone marrow and spices, was packed with flavor. Each spoonful was a burst of umami, with the deep, rich taste of the marrow and the aromatic spices creating a symphony of flavors. It's a dish that speaks to the heart and soul of Vietnamese cuisine. I slurped the noodles and enjoyed every bit. The noodles were perfectly cooked, with a slight chewiness that complemented the tender beef and the fresh herbs. It was a meal that satisfied not just my hunger, but my soul. Later I went to Hoan Kiem Lake, a peaceful spot in the middle of the city. The lake is a serene oasis, with the tranquil waters reflecting the surrounding trees and buildings. It's a place where you can escape the hustle and bustle of the city and find a moment of calm. People did Tai Chi by the water. The slow, graceful movements of the practitioners create a sense of peace and harmony. It's a beautiful sight, and it reminds you of the importance of balance and mindfulness in daily life. Birds sang in the air. Their melodious songs add to the tranquil atmosphere of the lake, creating a symphony of nature that soothes the soul. It's a reminder of the beauty and simplicity of life. For a minute I forgot I was in a busy city. The peaceful surroundings and the gentle sounds of nature create a sense of timelessness. It's a place where you can lose yourself in the moment and find a sense of inner peace. My Hanoi trip wouldn't be complete without trying egg coffee at Cafe Giang. It's a Hanoi favorite. The rich creamy coffee with its custard-like topping is a unique and delicious treat. It's a perfect way to end a day of exploration and discovery. The coffee is strong and creamy with a custard topping. The combination of the bold coffee and the sweet, creamy topping creates a delightful contrast of flavors. It's a drink that surprises and delights with every sip. It was a surprise treat. The egg coffee was the perfect ending to a day filled with new experiences and discoveries. It's a reminder of the unique and wonderful flavors that Hanoi has to offer. From the bustling city, I embarked on a journey to the serene and natural wonder of Ha Long Bay. The contrast between the urban chaos and the tranquil beauty of this place was striking. Imagine thousands of rocky islands rising majestically from emerald green waters, each one unique in shape and size, creating a mesmerizing seascape that seems almost otherworldly. It's amazing. I got on a traditional wooden boat, its craftsmanship a testament to the local culture, and sailed on the bay, feeling the gentle sway of the water beneath me. The air was fresh and salty, carrying the scent of the sea. The sun felt warm on my skin, casting a golden glow over the water, making everything sparkle. As we passed the tall, imposing limestone rocks, I felt a deep sense of peace and tranquility. The natural beauty of Ha Long Bay was overwhelming, a perfect escape from the noise of everyday life. We stopped at a floating fishing village where houses are built on stilts above the water. The village was a vibrant community, bustling with life and activity. The people there were incredibly friendly and welcoming. They were curious about my life, and I was equally eager to learn about theirs. We shared stories, laughed, and connected on a human level. That night, under a sky full of stars, I enjoyed a meal of fresh seafood. The flavors were rich and delicious, a perfect end to a perfect day. The gentle rocking of the boat lulled me to sleep. Ha Long Bay was more than just a pretty place. It was a magical experience that touched my soul and left me with memories to cherish forever. Next, I went to Ninh Binh, sometimes called Ha Long Bay on land. Here, the tall, rocky mountains rise from rice fields instead of water. It's a stunning view. I rented a bike and explored the area. The air smelled like flowers and birds sang everywhere. I felt far away from the city. I visited Hualu, an old capital city with temples and pagodas from the 10th century. You could feel the history. I almost heard the voices of emperors from the past. A boat trip through the Trangan grottos was a highlight. We went through caves decorated with stalactites and stalagmites. It was like another world. Section 5, Sapa, touching the clouds. From the flatlands I went north to Sapa, a town in the Huanglianshan Mountains. The air was cool and fresh. The views were incredible. I hiked through rice terraces that seemed to go on forever. The Hmong people in their bright clothes worked in the fields. I visited Cat Cat village and learned about the Hmong culture. I was impressed by their love of the land and their strong community. One morning I watched the sun rise over the mountains. The sky was full of color. I'll never forget it. Section 6, Da Nang Sun, Sand and Cityscapes. My next stop was Da Nang, a city by the sea with nice beaches and tall buildings. It was very different from the mountains. I swam at my K beach, enjoyed the sun, and ate fresh seafood. The beach was clean, and the seafood was delicious. At night, I explored the city's restaurants. From street food to fancy places, Da Nang had it all. I even tried making chow lao, a special noodle dish. One night, I took a cable car up Bana Hills. It had amazing views of the city and the coast. It looked like a European village with a copy of the Eiffel Tower. Section 7, Hoi An, a tapestry of time. My last stop was Hoi An, a pretty town on the Thuban River. With its old town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Hoi An is great for history lovers. I walked the narrow streets full of tailor shops, art stores, and restaurants. The buildings mixed Vietnamese, Chinese, and Japanese styles. I visited the Japanese covered bridge, a famous Hoi An landmark. I learned about its history. It was built in the 1500s by Japanese traders. At night, the town lit up with colorful lanterns. It was magical. I sat by the river with a cold beer and watched the world go by. Section 8, Culinary Adventures, a gastronomic odyssey. Food was a big part of my trip. Vietnamese food is full of amazing flavors. Every part of the country has its own special dishes. I ate pho in Hanoi, fresh spring rolls in Ha Long Bay, and seafood in Da Nang. I even tried durian, the stinky fruit. One of my favorites was cao lao from Hoi An. It's thick noodles in a tasty broth with pork, herbs, and crispy crackers. It was so good. I also loved Vietnamese coffee. Strong and black, sweet with condensed milk or with egg custard, it was always a treat. Section 9, Reflections on Vietnam, a sensory symphony. On the plane home, I thought about my amazing trip. Vietnam was better than I imagined. It's a beautiful country with a rich history and exciting culture. But most of all, it was the Vietnamese people that made it special. They were kind, welcoming, and strong. From Hanoi to Ha Long Bay, I felt connected to the land and its people. Vietnam was like a beautiful song, a treat for my eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. It was a trip I'll never forget. I'll go back someday to see more of this amazing country.